Welcome to the second virtual sneak peek of the 2025 Goal Achievers Summit speakers. This event is being sponsored by Every.Black, No.net, and No.com. Just Every.Black. Black is the new .com. I am the Dexcellent Voice, and I will be your MC for today's virtual showcase. Before we begin, I would like to let you know this event is being recorded, so unless you are a speaker, your mic will be muted. Speakers, please remember to keep your mics muted until it is your time to speak. To all of our participants, thank you for joining us today. You are in for a wonderful treat. If you have any questions, please place them in the chat and we will address them at the end of the showcase. And now, without further ado, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce to you the host of the 2025 Goal Achievers Summit, founder and visionary, the man behind the master's plan, Mr. Phil R. Taylor.
And welcome everybody to the Goal Achievers sneak preview on entrepreneurship. We're so thrilled that you've taken some time to just take a little peek into what to expect for this coming year. We're really super excited because the difference between wishes and actual reality is really solidified in goals. We all know that New Year's comes around and everybody has these wishes and these resolutions, but they don't seem to stick. However, but when you do design clearly defined goals for yourself, it has a lot of traction and a lot of power. And that's what the Goal Achiever Summit is all about. It's about goal achievement minded individuals coming together to gain clarity and inspiration for the new year. And of course, it's being held in beautiful Orlando. One little thing, a little fact that people may overlook is Orlando is the number one New Year's destination in all of America. And there's several reasons for that. One is the weather. The second is the family-friendly environment. It's that time of year where you can spend time with your significant other or your children and bring them to this event so that they not only are exposed to a very positive environment, but also can enjoy the amenities of what Orlando has to offer, everything from SeaWorld to Disney and so forth. So we're very, very excited to pave the road for you. It's going to be a place of information, obviously, with this fast-paced information age that we live in. Things are changing literally from day to day. Forget month to month, week to week. It's a day-to-day thing. And so Goal Achievers is a place to get updated with technology and information. And we certainly have some speakers that will be speaking to that. And also a place where you can connect with others, gain the inspiration, the motivation, the clarity going into the new year. And what's specifically really different about the Goal Achiever Summit is the post-summit experience, in that everybody who will be attending the Goal Achiever Summit will be clear on what their goal is. And if they aren't, you will be. And then once you have clarity on your goals, you'll be matched up with your own personal success team called a Goal Achiever group that will help you achieve those goals in the form of a mastermind group as defined by Napoleon Hill. So as you can see, it's almost like drinking water from a fire hose. I'm really, really excited for all of you. I'm excited for the speakers. Can't wait to hear the insights that they have and a sneak preview on what's to come. So with that said, Dexy, I will pass the torch back to you and have fun as you listen in to our wonderful speakers.
Thank you so much, Phil. I'm right there with you, drinking from that water hose. Thank you for your vision and your obedience and your servant's heart. We truly could not be here without you. Thank you, my friend. Driving innovation in telecom, IT cost optimization, and AI enablement. Our next speaker helps medium and large enterprises optimize, manage, and significantly reduce their telecom IT and technology expenses while enabling them to leverage AI solutions to drive efficiency, automation, and growth, delivering actionable insights, streamlined operations, and measurable results. Please welcome the President and CEO of Costech Incorporated, Gurmit Gill.
Thank you very much. And what an honor to be here with this amazing group. My name is Gurmeet Gill, and I know this movement, this event, will change and redefine directions for many those who are seeking. And those who are seeking that little spark of wisdom or inspiration, they will find it, but in their own beautiful ways. And I see this event as we are all going to learn from each other. And my presentation is my humble attempt to contribute to that mutual learning. So, a little bit about myself, about my journey that I'm going to share with a hope to inspire some of you. I'll come from my experience, that I've learned over years of experience through my um, journey. I come from a small town, remote town in India, a kind of a place where opportunities felt distant and dreams almost felt too ambitious to speak about. The rhythm of life was very normal and average, to say the least. But I was not satisfied being there. Even as a young boy, I was always in search for something bigger for myself. And in that search, I heard a silent whisper inside of me, which was always present, which said to me, "You're meant for more." And it wasn't my dad, it wasn't my mom, it wasn't my sister who gave that whisper to me. It was there. And for some strange reason, I was in tune with it. That whisper, that calling, my guiding force. It took me from that small town to one of the country's leading engineering universities, then to the University of Bristol, where I completed my MBA, and then leading, some of the leading corporations in the telecom world, managed big roles, big teams, and ultimately it led me to build my present company called Costec. We are an international company. We had office in Canada, office in US, and Medellin, Colombia. And we help businesses adopt technology to minimize their technical spend, technology spend, enable AI into their operations and more. My journey has been less about perfecting entrepreneurship. It has been more about evolving the entrepreneur myself. And my hope is to share that journey, share those experiences with the hope that it resonates with those who are there. What we're going to explore together, the discussion title is Following the Whisper, an entrepreneurial journey from faith to purpose. We're going to discuss what I've learned, what I've applied in my life to connecting with that inner calling. We have a lot of chaos in our life, and staying in tune with the calling cuts it out, makes the life a little bit more easier. And we're going to talk about that theme. It helps us to deal with the unknown, and that unknown is a constant in the life and journey of every entrepreneur, no matter whether you're a small entrepreneur or a big leader. And we will explore practical ways that I have adopted, learned, and adopted with you in guiding to learn how to be well connected with that inner calling. We are also going to focus on practical strategies to grow, start your business if you haven't started. And those tools that I have adopted in my own business, strategies that I learned from leading major corporations where I had the privilege to transform business revenue, margins, and customer growth that amounted to billions in revenue and profits. And I have adopted those principles and strategies in my own business, and anyone can adopt that. And they have a profound, immediate impact on your business. My business is a testament of that because it's self-funded. I have grown more from existing base of customers than constantly hunting. And there are many, many KPIs that we can focus on to grow our business and build wealth. And my business is self-funded. And as we aim to grow our revenue, as we aim to build the wealth we all desire to build, one thing has been constant in every entrepreneurial journey: to seize the opportunity that is in front of us. And the biggest opportunity we have is AI revolution. We will explore how to reposition our leadership thinking in the biggest change of our lifetime, which is AI revolution, in practical ways. And we'll talk about how to build brand, use expertise, which was hard to get before, the intelligence, which is now a commodity, how to tap into that in positive ways. And not only that, but every small business now has the tools available to them to compete with big corporations. And that's a huge opportunity of our lifetime. We'll touch on some of these with practical exercises so that anyone who is interested can adopt those to take advantage of the AI revolution which is happening. Yes, AI can be scary at times, but it's all the perspective that we can keep um, to benefit from it. Finally, we're going to talk about, when we are busy building the business, wealth, we have to be reminded that one day we will reach the destination which is meant for us. It may not be exactly the way we visualize it. It may be a little different than that, but it is a unique destination where we are going to arrive, and that's guaranteed. But once we arrive there, what does that mean? And how to make sure we can live with a satisfied, peaceful experience of our lifetime when we get there. And I want to share one key concept that I have adopted in my practice as an entrepreneur is to leave people better than how we found them or where we found them. And that's true for our employees, our partners, our customers, and anyone who comes across in our journey. Together, we are going to explore the practical tools to grow your business, real strategies to benefit from AI, and most importantly, how we can build a community of mindful entrepreneurs who grow with purpose and not from a place of pressure. My hope is to inspire you, give you practical tools and strategies that I have adopted so that we can all move towards our goal peacefully and with confidence that we will get there. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. What a pleasure to meet you. Gurmit, I'm looking forward to your humble contribution. I'm certain that it's going to be great. I can't wait to seize the opportunity, follow the whisper, and always leave a space better than I find it. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Encouraging others to become masters of their destiny through the art of achievement and innovative thinking. Here is author, advisor, TEDx speaker, and forward thinker, the CEO of the Value Wave, Wade Younger.
The one question I get the most is how do we win? How do we get more engagements? How do we get more sales? How do we get our customers more involved? And I always answer that question with a question: why should someone do business with you versus your competition? As a keynote speaker, my goal is to empower your audiences with tools and growth strategies for success. That the best speakers don't just talk, they transform. With me, your event will not only inspire and motivate, but it will also leave your audiences with tangible benefits and strategies to move forward toward your goals. I always delve into the critical aspects of innovation, influence, and impact, which will guide your audiences to be first, best, different, faster, cheaper, better, saving time, saving money, making money, and relieving stress for their customers. But it's not just about financial success, customer satisfaction, and thriving enterprises. It's about learning how to look at yourself introspectively and being the very best you can be in these very challenging times. In hiring me, you're not just getting a speaker. You're investing in a transformative experience, an experience that leaves your audience with a legacy of growth, stability, and success. Let's work together to make your next event not just another corporate gathering, but a milestone in your journey toward excellence.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Wade. We're looking forward to seeing you there. We are all a part of one big story. And in her book, Blind to Hope, our next speaker shares the wisdom and encouragement that took her on a journey from isolation to authorship. founder of Beacon Insights, best-selling author, private petting zoo owner, and homeschool mom on a mission with the heart of God. Please welcome Laura, not Dreyer, but Worsher.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for the honor of having me here. It truly is an honor to be in this room and a part of this group. I can assure you, I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be an entrepreneur at all, an author at all. I was a happy homeschool mom who had a very non-traditional journey to entrepreneurship. And I think I landed there because I solved problems before people really knew that they were problems. And I was able to add value in a new way. And it's because I wasn't always qualified or I wasn't always experienced. And I think sometimes when there's a problem or there's an issue, people don't want to think about how to solve it or how to figure it. They want to find somebody maybe who can. But the problem is that we never learn how to solve the problems or how to do the things if we're always trying to outsource everything. And so along my journey, as I have gone from being a homeschool mom to still a homeschool mom, but now a homeschool mom who also runs a business, I've just discovered that problem solving is such a huge aspect of my business and my personal life. And as I was solving problems, I thought, you know what? Whether the problem is at home, whether the problem is on my business, whether the problem is in relationships, there has to be a way to analyze the problems and help me to solve them faster and more effectively. So I'm spending less time focusing on the problems and more time enjoying the fun aspects of business or of family and relationships, the ideation, the creation, the conversations. So I have developed a framework that I use for problem solving. Again, cross platforms, cross areas that I use, and I help my clients use with this framework, and we just have a blast with it because who wants to be stuck in problems? I can tell you, not me. And entrepreneurs, we face a lot of them. So many of my friends, when I started my company, said, "Oh, great, you started your company, right? Like your problems are solved now." And I was like, they are just starting. And so I think that as entrepreneurs, part of what we bring to the table is how do we problem solve? How do we get from A to B faster, smarter, with less work, and having fun along the way? So I'm so excited to be a part of Goal Achiever Summit this year. And my hope is that by sharing my framework and some of the things that I have done to kind of sidebar the problems and solve them better, faster, more effectively, that we can all learn from each other and solve problems faster so we can enjoy our businesses more. So I'm looking forward to being there and learning from all of y'all as well.
Wow, thank you so much, Laura. What a joy to meet you. Your smile is infectious, your energy is amazing, and I'm so looking forward to meeting you and learning from you about your framework. I'm all about doing things with joy and not worrying about a thing. So thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to meeting you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our next speaker didn't just create a global platform, he created a global family of forward-thinking entrepreneurs learning how to use technology and a strategy of global networking to increase profitability and connect with like-minded visionaries around the world, assisting, educating, and inspiring individuals of all ages. Please welcome the visionary and founder of Every Dot Black, Dr. Jimmy Davies.
I grew up in Flint, Michigan during the 60s, and as a child, I can remember the civil rights movement. I remember our family huddling around our small black and white TV, and we'd watch all of the things that were going on in Alabama and Mississippi. Some of my older cousins were active in the movement, and each week we would have a large Sunday dinner with the extended family. and they would come back and tell us about all of the things that they had seen and done. As a child of about 8 or 9 years old, I always wanted to grow up and be a part of the movement. But by the time I became of age, it was all over. All of the marching was done. I always felt left out, that I didn't get a chance to participate in the civil rights movement. But little did I know that God had another plan for me as a computer instructor and database developer. But even then, it bothered me that I didn't see many people of color in my classes. That is when journalist Dr. John Ray introduced me to Dr. Joel Dudley Sr. and Dr. Eunice Dudley of Dudley Products, who had been mentored by the millionaire S.B. Fuller. Through Dr. Dudley, I was introduced to Dr. Lafayette Jones, past Vice President of Marketing for John H. Johnson of Johnson Publishing, and his wife, Sandra Miller Jones, who was the Vice President at Quaker Oats, and together they created SMSI, a national marketing firm. Dr. George C. Frazier of FrazierNet and the Power Networking Conference, Dr. Jackie Mayfield of ComproTax, founder of the largest Black-owned income tax service, and even billionaire Michael B. Roberts. They all believe that the way to close the wealth gap is through entrepreneurship, because we as a people had to overcome slavery, and secondly, obtain our civil rights to be able to eat in any restaurant or stay at any hotel that we wanted. But the third piece is economic equality. And now I am also convinced that we must become entrepreneurs, and to do so we must embrace technology and a strategy of global networking. That is why I created Every.Black, to use my vast experience as a computer instructor to teach entrepreneurs how to use technology and artificial intelligence in business. Every.Black members are listed in our online website directory, promoted in our digital newsletter, on our social media, and on our podcast. And we also conduct weekly virtual mastermind meetings where we read positive books, learn from the experts, while networking with like-minded individuals from around the world, educating them about every aspect of becoming a successful entrepreneur. That is what Every.Black is all about. Just go to www.every.black to take the AI and tech classes you need, to register for our mastermind meetings, and to join the Every.Black family. Visit us at www.every.black and sign up today. Just go to every.black, every.black. No .com, no .net. Just every.black. .black is the new .com.
Well, hello, everyone. As you saw in the video, in 2015, I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Joel Dudley Sr., and through him, I learned about S.B. Fuller. And S.B. Fuller and Joe Dudley were entrepreneurs, but S.B. Fuller, his goal was to be his own boss. That was his primary goal, to the point where he lived in St. Louis at the time, was not allowed to have his own business, and literally took off walking to Chicago. And that's where he started his business, starting with only $10, and created a business bringing in over $18 million a year. Along the way, his other goal was to help make other millionaires. And one of those other millionaires that he made was Dr. Joel Dudley Sr., born May 9th, 1937, passed away just last year, February 8th of 2024, and was a mentor of me. But what he did as a young man, he made a covenant with God that if the Lord would bring him out of poverty, that he would spend the rest of his life helping others to succeed. And that's exactly what he did. He also had a goal of making $1 million in one day. And he planned it out, had his team plan it out, and they actually did that. They actually made $1 million in one day. So what I'm doing at the summit is studying the lives of these men, S.B. Fuller and Dr. Joel Dudley Sr., because the methods are many, the principles are few. The methods may change, but the principles never do. And so we're going to be looking at the principles that they followed to become multimillionaires. S.B. Fuller bringing in over 18 million a year, Joe Dudley bringing in over 36 million a year. And if we follow those same principles and apply those same principles to the goals that we have, then we can achieve those same, have the same outcome that they did. Like Dr. Dudley would always say, is that if you want to learn how to bake a cake, just follow the recipe and you'll get the same results. So that's what I'll be sharing at the summit, looking back at successful entrepreneurs and learning how we can apply those principles
to our lives today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Davies. And I'm a testament to the fact that you have taken on those successful methods and you have followed those principles and you have a wonderful, successful organization. I'm looking forward to being there and seeing and sharing with you as you honor these two legacies. Thank you so very much. Our next speaker is an excited entrepreneur. As an AI marketing and growth leader, ecosystem builder, founder at Formulated by plus Data Science Salon, CMO and mentor. This proud boy mom believes that building a fulfilling life means bringing every side of yourself to the table. With a passion for exploring the journeys of remarkable women shaping our world through style and leadership, please welcome the podcast host of I Want Her Shoes, Anna Annison.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. It's really a pleasure to be here, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Phil. So thank you so much for having me. So let me just go back and I'll tell you a little bit about my background since I don't have a reel, but I'm an exited entrepreneur and I started quite early. My first company, I guess my first company or business was an eBay store that I started at the age of 16. And that's how I paid for my college. And then after that, I built a community for female baseball fans. It got acquired when I was 25 by a Japanese firm. And that gave me a lot of credibility in Silicon Valley. So I was hired to be the CEO of ForSync and ForShared. They were Dropbox entities in Russia at the time, and I built an office out for around 50 people. And although that project didn't work out, it really helped me, taught me how to build a team, how to really, grow a company. And which after that, I actually connected with the funeral industry and I built the first SaaS platform for the funeral industry called Pasari, and it's actually still number one after 12 years later. We got acquired in 2013 by FDLIC, which is a pretty big life insurance company. And after that happened, I joined another startup that was in data science space, and that's how I ended up being in AI and machine learning for, gosh, the last 12 years. I built a data science salon. We're actually one of the largest communities in AI, machine learning, and data science. So we launched 10 years ago in 2016, and we have around 200,000 members in North America, and that we're a nonprofit. So that's one of the companies I launched right after my exit or a couple of years after that. And also Formulated by, which is the agency, and we work on with very deep tech clients like AWS, Oracle Cloud, and a lot of startups, seed, pre-seed, and up to Series B. And just recently, I pursued my passion, and as I've been working on both Data Science Salon and my agency for the last decade. And just to be transparent, I'm in the process of selling my nonprofit, which is really exciting. And I actually launched a podcast called I Want Her Shoes in March on this year, March 8th. And we actually just passed almost 20,000 downloads today. We had 10,000 like about 2 weeks, like not even 2 weeks ago. And we're now in the top six podcasts in pretty much in the world. And we're number 10 on Apple for fashion and beauty. So I'm very proud of that, of my team and myself, because that's been a passion project. And I've had this brand since before I left Silicon Valley for about 13 years, and I was scared. And I actually went for it, and it just shows that you could do anything at any time. So that's what I mean, I'm still working on my other projects, but that's something that's growing and I'm really excited about now. And I'm going to be talking about from influence to impact, building business around community in the age of AI. And I've really used community in my whole career for the last 2 decades, building all my businesses. So I'm really excited to talk about really what it takes to build a community. And in my playbook, it's always community first before product or business. So I'm really excited to talk to everybody about that. And also, I'm going to be moderating a panel about making applied AI real. So it's going to be really focused on really how AI is scaled and used across startups and enterprises. So we have some really amazing panelists, SVP at Citi, VP of Data Sciences at Genesis. We have a co-founder and a chief data scientist at Legal Menti, and we actually have Wade joining our panel. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be really interesting to just get different perspectives from such amazing people about how AI is actually applied and how, what to do with governance, everything. So yeah, so I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. Outside of all my work, I'm a mom of two boys, 5 and almost 3. I'm very proud, and my goal really is to just spend more time with them, really, and work less. So I want to teach people how to achieve that life.
Wow, I'm looking forward to meeting you, Anna, as you move us from influence to impact. And when I see you, I might want your shoes.
Yes, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what shoes you're going to be wearing too.
Awesome. Standing as a beacon for entrepreneurs looking to harness the power of artificial intelligence and innovative applications, our next speaker is at the forefront of the artificial intelligence revolution, and he doesn't just talk about the future, he's actively building it, helping businesses harness the transformative power of AI with matchless marketing. Please welcome AI consultant at Innovator, digital marketing and automation expert, and the Director of Technology and Innovation for the 2025 Goal Achievers Summit, the AI Dad, Warren Skidema.
Let's go. Thank you for that great introduction, Dexy. As Dexy said, I'm Warren Skidema. Most people are starting to know me as the AI Dad. I started Matchless Marketing 2024, where I started with marketing and trying to help businesses in that aspect, but very quickly pivoted into AI and automations when I saw how quickly it was helping me accomplish what I needed to accomplish. Long story short is I work a 9 to 5 as a demand planner for a large pharmaceutical company, but that's only part-time where I have to go into the office. The other time I'm working at home, and I do that with my young daughter here without any daycare services. And I also run my consulting services in the evenings. So it's something where I quickly had to learn how to use AI in order to be able to manage all of the things that I was doing with the side hustle, working from home. I was managing meetings during nap windows, editing content with a kid on my shoulder, dinner math that did not always add up. If you're a parent and a builder, you know the energy tax. So I started the agency to help local businesses grow, quickly pivoting to AI, like I said. And it was just something where I started to teach other businesses and personal people that are running their own businesses from home how they can use AI effectively in their own business needs and also around the house, how they can set up automations with their Alexa devices, their Google Home devices, different things like that to actually free up time. AI does not make it perfect, as most parents know, but it makes things more possible. It's possible to keep a job, possible to serve clients, possible to sit on the floor and build Legos without thinking about my inbox every 3 minutes. Because parents, we wear 12 hats. Business owners, well, sorry about that. I've got parents, business owners, partners, chef, drivers, tutors, you're not failing. Your system is. The wrong things steal your time. The right system gives it back. My session shows you how to set the right goals for 2026 as a family, then lock those goals into weekly actions that survive Tuesday. We start with a fun family interview inside ChatGPT. It is a short guided script that asks each family member age appropriate questions. What would make next year feel amazing? What you want to learn? What weekend rhythms keep the house calm? We turn those answers into 3 parts. 1 headline family goal, 2 supporting habits, 1 small weekly ritual that you can repeat even on bad weeks. To make this work, we use a simple checklist called KidSafe. It keeps prompts clear, useful, and safe for kids. K is context. I know it's spelled wrong, but it works. Say who you are, what the situation is, and why this matters in 1 line. I is for inputs. List what you're giving the model, like a worksheet, pantry list, or schedule. D is direction. State the exact goal and any constraints like time or budget. S is steps. Ask for the structure you want, such as explain, then quiz, or outline, then draft. A is for audience. Set the tone and reading level for a child, teen, or you as a parent. F is facts. Request sources or standards when accuracy matters. And then E is for evaluate. Ask for a quick self-check plus the next action. That is how we get outputs you can actually use with kids in the room. Talk is cheap. Calendars are not. After we capture your goals, we're going to connect ChatGPT to your calendar so the plan shows up where life happens. We map habits to Google Calendar events, reminders, and tasks. A friendly family check-in becomes a repeating block. Read 15 minutes with Ava becomes a task with a due time. Sunday meal board gets a reminder with a link to your saved prompt. You stop trying to remember everything. The system remembers for you. Here are 3 examples you will build with me. First, we're going to build a homework helper prompt that creates a short explanation, a 5-question check, and a simple next step. Second, we'll build a meal plan in 5 minutes that uses pantry inputs, produces a simple menu, and adds a grocery list. And third, we'll build a daily family brief that merges school, sports, 1 tiny habit, and any block time. It lands as a notification and a calendar item you can see at a glance. You'll leave my session with 4 assets you can use the same day. A family goal interview script, like we've discussed, ready to run in ChatGPT, a 1-page kid-safe cheat sheet for fast, safe, age-aware prompting, a 30-day cadence that includes a weekly check-in, a daily brief, and a simple scoreboard that lives where your family already looks, and a starter automation plan that connects ChatGPT outputs to Google Calendar tasks and reminders so your goals turn into action without constant nagging. Why this works is simple. Systems beat willpower. Clear prompts beat vague requests. Small weekly wins beat January speeches. With KidSafe, you say exactly what you need for the right audience with a next step built in. With calendar connections, you protect the habit when life gets loud. That is the combo. Bring your family's 2026 headline goal to my session. We will run the interview, build the first week of habits, and put your reminders in place before you leave the room. Fewer open tabs, fewer arguments, more time together doing the things that matter. I'm Warren. I'm the AI dad. Let's build your 2026 focus engine.
Wow. Warren, Skydema, you're amazing. And even if it's spelled wrong, I love it.
Thank you.
It works. Thank
That's
you,
the
AI
reason
Dad.
that's the reason I had to spell it wrong, is to make it work.
That's right. Even if it's spelled wrong, it works. And I love it. I can't wait to see you at the summit. Thank you, AI Dad.
Thank you.
You're amazing. As the senior NFL writer and insider for the Associated Press, and bringing us insights as the CEO of Faith on the Field, our next speaker always has the inside scoop on all things football. Please welcome radio host, TV personality, speaker, and best-selling author here to make a difference and be a blessing, Rob Maaddi.
I wasn't done chasing success after I landed a dream job at the AP. For me, that was just step 1. I wanted to achieve more. I wanted to do it all. I wanted to be in TV. I wanted to be on radio. I wanted to be an author. Just do everything. Be a multimedia personality. I can tell you now, I've accomplished most of my goals. But I didn't do that until I stopped chasing fame, stopped chasing glory, stopped chasing wealth, and instead I began to seek the Lord. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul? I don't want to gain Hollywood's fame and forfeit my soul. See, I thought you could ink your way to heaven, so I have 4 religious tattoos. and one of them is a dove on my thigh, and it says, Holy Spirit, guide me. And I thought with every step I take, the Holy Spirit's going to guide me, right? The Holy Spirit won that battle. I got that pull, and I walked down there, and I walked to the front of that church, and I'm standing at the front of that church, and for the first time in my life, I lift my head up, I got tears in my eyes, and I say, Jesus, I need your help. I can't do this on my own. I need you to help me change my lifestyle. I don't want to continue this way. And let me tell you, it was the greatest feeling I ever experienced in my life. As a disciple for our Lord, you have to spread the gospel. You have to share with people. And I reached a point in 2016 where I became so passionate about doing that, about being a disciple for the Lord, about sharing what Christ had done in my life, that I wanted to tell the world. So how do I manage this? How do I do it? How do I pay the bills? How do I take care of my family? But how do I fill this passion to share the gospel? God has you exactly where He wants you. He put you in that spot. You got to take Jesus to your marketplace. They need you there. And I had written a couple books, Baseball Faith and Football Faith, and I had done some things like that. And within a couple months, I had this idea to do a radio show called Faith on the Field. And I wanted to interview Christian athletes and talk to them about their faith journey and use that as an opportunity to spread the gospel, to take Jesus to my marketplace. Can you imagine that? I get to do a radio show on an ESPN affiliate where we talk about Jesus Christ. Amen. I get to go on radio stations and TV stations and talk about Jesus Christ. And I'm using football as that vehicle. I'm using sports as a vehicle. It gets me through the door. And then we start talking about our faith. Amen. You don't need my platform. You don't need my microphone. You don't need anything that I have to just go tell people about Jesus Christ. Ways, as you're saying, you have to believe you can execute that play. You have to believe in your faith, whether you're trying to overcome an illness or trying to overcome whatever it is that you're going through, any kind of adversity in life, that God will lead you through that. He will help you through. He will carry you through. He will guide you through, just like that Philly special. I want to encourage everyone out here, no matter what you're going through in life, you could be at the top of the mountain and still feel unfulfilled like I did. You could have everything. You could be a Super Bowl champ. You could be the greatest, whatever it is, and still feel a sense of unfulfillment or not satisfied and constantly striving for something else. Or you could be broken. You could be suffering from a loss, some anxiety, depression, anything that has you feeling maybe lonely, feeling that you don't have anyone in your life, feeling that I don't know where to go next. I don't know where to turn next. I want to encourage you guys out there, no matter what it is you're going through, He loves you. He's there for you. I want you to be bold. We need to be bold. This world needs us right now. We got to take Jesus to our marketplace. We got to testify. We got to encourage others. We have to adapt well, and we have to maintain. That's how you achieve the ultimate victory. Are you ready to go out and win? Yeah. Well, let's freaking go!
Let's freaking go. Amazing. What a way to round it out and bring it home, Rob. I can't wait to meet you in person. And actually, all of you wonderful, wonderful entrepreneurs and all of you speakers. Before we close out our session, I'd like to open the floor and see if anyone in our audience has any questions or comments.
Didn't have a question. I just wanted to make a comment that I am so intrigued by all these speakers that they are really, thank you for preparing such a awesome presentation for yourselves. I'm excited to see this summit. Thank you.
And thank you for being here and for your support. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. She's giving us applause. This is absolutely amazing. All the speakers were great. I can't wait to see you all. This is going to be so exciting. I can't contain myself. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing, 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 amazing. So I want to thank all of today's entrepreneur speakers, and I want to thank all the participants that joined us today. I want to remind you to mark your calendars and set your reminders so you won't miss the next sneak peek of our 2025 Goal Achiever speakers. We're going to have Meet the Sales and Marketing Track speakers on November 20th, and on December 4th. Yeah, you don't know who you're going to meet, so don't miss out. Grab your tickets today and join us December 29th and 30th in sunny Orlando, Florida at the Hilton for the 2025 Goal Achiever Summit, where you can define your vision, master your strategy, and commit to excellence. We'll see you there.